several years ago, we were in Chicago, and we had this wonderful little Sears home, and this little rolling staircase that went up with this beautiful woodwork, and my daughter was standing at the top of these twisty, beautiful stairs, and my son, who at the time was wrestling with a lot of anxiety issues, and he's nervous all the time, and he sees his sister standing on the edge of these stairs, and he becomes fearful that she, his precious little sister, is going to fall down these stairs. So he lurches for her and summarily knocks her down the stairs. I think it's very easy for our attempts to help people, our charity, to become myopic. What does myopic mean? I love this one. Myopic. Nearsighted. Short-sighted. Lacking imagination, foresight, or intellectual insight. The tendency to focus so much on a short objective that you're not paying attention to the big picture. You're so focused on wanting to help that you're not paying attention in the long run to whether you're really helping, whether you're actually doing good. So I was at a Christian concert, and I grew up with Sally Struthers telling me to give 50 cents a day to raise a kid in some other country for 50 cents a day. This is a long time ago. So I'm at this Christian concert, and they're trying to sell children. Keep in mind, it's a picture and a support. They're trying to support. Now, of course, it's gone up a lot. I think it's gone up more than that 50-cent cup of coffee that I was supposed to give up in order to save a child in a foreign country. And it dawned on me as I was talking with some people that are actually involved in these ministries that the child that they're putting forward to be cared for through life, their father was also an adopted child. And their grandfather. Matter of fact, many of these families have been adopted children for generations. And I asked myself the question, is this misguided? I'm not telling you not to adopt a child. Please don't hear me in that. I'm just saying the tendency for us in our charity and our desire to help is that we often focus more on our good intentions than on whether or not our good intentions actually lead to good results. And so I've got this thing that kind of stick with me as far as charity goes, is that our charity should always have, our good works should always have responsible adulthood, self-sustenance, all the things that go into being a person of personal responsibility, of self-sustaining, of stability. And the difference between feeding a system of instability and keeping people unstable and trapped in an unstable system, as opposed to seeing them escape the patterns of dysfunction, seeing them move away from dysfunction, away from an inability to care for themselves, away from an inability to feed themselves, or an inability to care for their own children. So we should be aiming at seeing them as stable, sufficient, personally responsible adults standing on their own feet. And I don't know how much this is supposed to be a word of encouragement. I mean it as a word of encouragement. It's this idea that it's not enough to mean well. We have to do well. And for that, we have to pay attention to what we're doing. If you like what you're hearing today, please subscribe below, and don't forget to share it on as many platforms as you can, and tell your friends to watch. Thank you.